Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. You miss your old familiar friends, but waiting just around the bend. Everywhere you look, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, there's a face of somebody who needs you. You're lost out there and you're all alone. A light is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look.
My favorite memory with Sarah would have to be once we were both teachers at Sunday school and I needed advice from her, so I texted her because I gave a kid a B and that kid was the only person that got a B, so the mom texted me in a really angry tone. And Sarah's advice was, dude, just give it to her, and if the baby mama cries, you don't have to listen, just tell her your kid was average. And then she's like, but say it in a nice way.
So aside from the fact that Sarah literally has the best sense of humor, she truly is like another older sister to me. If I had to pick just one memory with Sarah, it's just so hard because every moment with Sarah is amazing because she's just such a funny and loving person. But I specifically remember, as you guys know, Sarah has a love for board games. So we were at my house and we were looking for some Monopoly game, and it actually ended up being in my attic. So we went on this entire quest up to the attic to find it, and we couldn't find it, and we actually got really scared because it was dark and it felt like there was a djinn in there with us. So we ran back down and left the light open and decided that Sarah actually had to be the one to sacrifice herself and go back up that ladder, and she did so without any hesitance. She went back up the ladder and closed the light, and I think that just kind of defines how Sarah really is. All laughs aside, she's always putting others before her, and that's what makes her such a loving person.
My favorite memory of Sarah definitely has to be when she took me to my first Chicago Bulls game, and my favorite part was that the Bulls beat the Pacers.
So my favorite memory with Sarah is actually more of like a recurring memory, I guess, because it's something that happens almost every time we're together, which is that every time my family comes and visits Chicago and we're staying at Sarah's house, me and my sister and Sarah, we all sleep together in one bed, even if there's like more room available. We all sleep together in one bed every single night, and every night we kind of have like a little I don't want to say gossip session, but a little session where we just kind of talk about these things and catch each other up. And recently it's been especially cute because now it's Sarah kind of telling us about Amer and telling us about how they met and how things happened, and it's always fun. It's always something that I actually look forward to.
So remember when we went to the safari and then we went on those spinning cups, and then you got tired of it, and Mama said we keep going around and around.
Sah, you know I could never pick a single memory, so I had to really narrow it down, and it took me a really long time, but I just remembered one memory that cracks me up. It's really simple, but I'll tell you why I find it so funny. So maybe 5 or 6 years ago, someone came over to Sah's house for a dawat, and they bought a box of chocolates. They left, and then me and Sah sat down. We were really excited to eat the chocolates. I took a piece, and she took a piece. And we took the bites at the same time, and I remember so clearly, I looked over at her and she looked over at me, and I had an expression of kind of I didn't like the chocolate, and she had an expression of, oh, she loved it. And as soon as we noticed that our expressions didn't match up, we really quickly tried to switch our faces and have the same expression. And it's a really simple memory, but I remember we burst into laughter because I think at that moment we realized that our whole lives we've had this unspoken rule that we have to have the same opinion and same thought process about everything. So we're literally not even individuals, we just have the same exact thought process.
Sah Weds Amer. So because me and Sarah were so close in age, we've gotten into a lot of crazy situations together over the years. She's been my partner in crime since the beginning, so if you want to know any juicy stories, you know who to come to. But whether it be running down to Dunkin' Donuts at 3 a.m. in the morning asking for free donuts, Sada's idea by the way, or teaming up secretly together in family games, Sada's always been someone I can rely on and someone I can relate. And I think it's the fact that Sada's so warm and her inability to say no are the qualities that I and everyone are drawn towards her. So Amer, you're very lucky. You're getting a great girl. Yeah, I wish you guys all the best.
I think my favorite quality of my sister Sah is probably her laugh. She manages to laugh at the stupidest things, or even the saddest things. She laughed at Tara Zameen Par, which is like the most universally sad movie of all time, and she somehow managed to laugh in it. But the best part of her laugh is probably that it's like the loud, obnoxious laugh that even if it's dumb, everyone still manages to laugh at something with her.
So I think out of all the questions, the one that's like the easiest for me to answer by far is my favorite quality of Sarah. So without a doubt, Sarah is like the funniest person I've ever met in my entire life. I don't think there's ever been a time that I spend with her that we don't at least like burst out in laughter once, you know, if not more. And I don't know, it's like anyone will tell you, like Sah has the most contagious laughter in our family. Like sometimes I don't even know if she's actually funny or like if her laugh is funny, and that makes us all laugh because it like echoes through the house. And it's so like cheerful and adorable. So without a doubt, my favorite characteristic of her is her laugh and how funny she is. So yeah, don't worry, Amer Bhai, she's gonna keep you laughing throughout life.
So I think my favorite quality of Sarah would be that she is super genuine, and she is literally the definition of ronak. She brings so much happiness and just brightness and lightheartedness and just joy to everyone around her, and it's constant. You can be in any mood and she just lifts you up, and Amer, you're going to be so lucky to have that every single day of your life.
My favorite quality of Sarah, there aren't too many to choose from. But no, I'm just kidding. Honestly, the one thing that really sticks out about Sarah, and it's very apparent to anyone that meets her, is just that she has a heart of gold. I think that just reflects in every interaction that she has with anyone. And you can just feel like a ray of positive energy shine when she walks into any room. And it's truly, there aren't a lot of people that have that quality. And it's just one thing that sticks out for ever since I've known Sarah.
Specific quality I want to talk about regarding Sah. So Sarah has a way with people, and when I say that, like, you know, she really knows how to make someone feel very special. She gives them, you know, her full attention. She talks to them in such a nice way, to the point that, you know, like she's definitely like a people person, and it's something that I've always admired about her. And you know, a quality that I've strived to have. And kind of, you know, looking back when we were little kids, she always had like a gazillion friends, okay? And if you asked any of those friends, you know, up until even college, if you asked any of those friends, hey, you know, who's your best friend? They would always say Sarah. And then if I were to ask Sarah, hey, you know, Sarah, who's your best friend? And she would name like, you know, 2-3 people. But like, you know, 40 different people thought that Sarah was their best friend. And it just goes to show, you know, how she's able to make someone feel, you know, so, you know, special. And it's actually one of the characteristics of the Prophet ﷺ. So, you know, something that's very commendable, something that, you know, I, you know, long to have and try to work toward. But yeah.
Hey Amer, welcome to the family.
Welcome to the family, Amer. We're so excited to have you. Yep. So Sarah keeps telling us about this fantastic barbecue that you make. So next time I'm in Chicago, I'm expecting barbecue.
So Amer, Sarah has a little tendency to kind of over-exaggerate sometimes, and it's great because it brings so much liveliness to her stories. But sometimes, you know, it's always good to take her stories or statements with a grain of salt and always fact check.
Advice for Amer is probably watch out for Sah's cooking. You never know what you're gonna get out of it. It's sometimes it's unbearably spicy, and maybe you can handle it, but probably not. It's like inhumanely spicy. One time she was making keema, And the first time I was like, wow, this is actually really good. She followed some recipe, and I was like, hey, can you make it in like 2 days? And she did the same exact thing, but somehow it was not reminiscent of what she made before. And I was like, okay, maybe it was just a bad try. And she made it a third, fourth, fifth time. It just got progressively worse. So my advice is probably just stick to takeout and don't eat any of her food.
Hey Amer, welcome to the family. We're so excited for you to be a part of our big group. The only advice that I would have is don't actually question a KCA member on how they're related.
Hey, cut! Welcome to the family, Amer Bhai. Now Sarah can take us both to a Bulls game.
Okay, so my message to Amer is kind of what my favorite quality is about Sah. So one thing about Sah that is so incredibly unique is how she laughs and smiles through everything in life. For me, just watching her go through medical school and residency, especially in such a crazy time with coronavirus, and just laugh and enjoy every step of it has been really, really amazing to watch. And so Amer, I think you're getting such an incredibly rare characteristic in your life partner. And so I don't have advice for you because I know you're going to appreciate it, but just enjoy every step of the way.
So my message to Amer Bhai is first and foremost, welcome to KCAA. It's an honor to be a part of KCAA, so I hope you are honored. And also, I just want to let you know you are taking the gem of our family, but I have no doubt in my mind that you're going to treat her as precious as she is. And I just hope, despite you guys both having really busy work schedules, that we're able to see you guys often and be with you often, because Sarah really is the life of the party. And I'm sure you are as well. But yeah, I really, I'm excited to continue expanding our KCAA clan like this. And yeah, welcome.
I want to give you a message, just basically a retread of what you probably already know. I think, you really hit the lottery. Somehow Sarah's a doctor, so she's got that going for her. You obviously already know that she's absolutely a joy to be around. So, my only message is, treat her as a treasure, and I'm sure you guys are going to have a really, really awesome life journey together, and I wish you guys the best.
Welcome to the family. Kai is number 1 and you're number 2.
रब राखा रब राखा रब राखा रब राखा रब राखा रब राखा ये खुशी का समा।
आज जो सारा निकल गई।
हाँ चली गई।
She's gone, let's party!